If you want to continue to follow our adventure, click subscribe. So you don't miss anything, click the bell notification. Jerry sent me a video of this sassy gal living in a van. Right now she's in Texas. And I'm telling you, she doesn't have a problem speaking the truth just as plain as you can understand it. And it was refreshing to see a young person actually speaking the truth about the nomadic lifestyle. And so it was like confirmation that yes, I'm not an idiot. I know what I'm talking about out here. But I do want to talk about some of the things she said. The first thing she really went into was sleeping in bed. You know, she doesn't make her bed every day because it's hot. And when she's in bed, she sweats and it stinks. So she leaves her bed unmade so it can air out and dry out and kind of ventilate a little bit. People say, well, turn on the air conditioner. What's the problem? Well, in order to turn on the air conditioner, you got to run it off the battery. Air conditioners consume a lot of electricity. And it's fascinating how many people will say this. Just turn on the air conditioner, run it off the battery. Well, when you're running on a battery, it's not an endless supply. No matter how big your battery bank is, no matter how much weight you want to carry in batteries, it's not an endless supply of electricity. Well, then, of course, they tell her, well, just get solar panels, recharge it. She said, you know, just to turn the air conditioner on, takes 1,200 watts. Boom. Your little receptacle in the outlet on your wall can only handle 1,500 watts. So this thing's maxing out almost the receptacle in the wall of your house. And then, once you get it turned on, it settles down to 1,000 watts, which is probably correct, depending on the size of the air conditioner. The solar panels aren't going to keep up. So that means you got to get more solar panels, you got to be out in the direct sunlight. Well, then you run into the nighttime. So let's just assume you have enough solar panels to just run the air conditioner during the daytime. Solar panels are keeping up, but they're not charging the batteries because all the energy is being used to run the air conditioner. So at nighttime, you're not going to have any electricity because your batteries are dead. Now, she said one thing that I disagree with, but that's fine. I mean, you know, we're not going to agree on every subject. Different nomads have different experiences and different issues. She said it was really easy to find water, so don't worry about water. It's easy to find. I struggle with finding water. The other thing is I don't think she is going out extended distances. I'm way out here in the national forest, so even going to town to get water is a long drive. And I think this is actually an important part of her video that she made. She talked about YouTube videos really glamorizing this lifestyle. And she said something that was absolutely correct. A lot of these millennial YouTube channels where they talk about nomadic lifestyle, you will see a skimpy clothed lady in the thumbnail of the video, hindsight kind of hanging out of the bikinis and that kind of thing. Or they're taking a shower with one of those solar bags, solar water heater bags. And it's all, you know, just real, you know, attractive looking. And she says, you know, that's just not realistic. But I will confirm that I enjoy taking a relaxing shower. And so she's talking about how, you know, this is the time where, you know, she gets to think about things, and there's a lot of things to do in the shower. I like the shower. I feel a lot cleaner. I've done the sponge bath. I've done it quite a bit here recently, actually. And I don't feel good afterwards, like I do after a shower. She mentioned that she'll be in her van, and a total stranger will walk up to the van and just start talking to her like he was invited to come and talk to her. You know, she'll have the doors open on her van. And yes, that's absolutely what happens out here. When you're in your house, you don't have total strangers just walking up to your door. Hi, neighbor, how you doing? That kind of thing. They don't do it. But for some reason, when you come out here, they feel like that you have somehow given them an invitation to come talk to you. And it can get kind of scary. You know, these people come up, some of them, most of them are intoxicated, and they want to talk. I still have an online business I have to run, so I work several hours a day. I don't have time to just socialize a lot. And when you come out here, it seems like folks want to just socialize all day long. Like that's why you came out here, was just to socialize. She talked about paying for campsites. She does go pay for campsites. We don't. She said, You know, I go once a week to fill up my tanks, and see, there's another thing. If you're going once a week to fill up your tanks, yeah, water gets a lot easier because you're paying for the water. And, you know, she had a lot of commenters say, well, you should just stay at the campsite anyways. And she says, you know, some folks don't really understand that when you're out here, it's forever, you know, until you decide to quit the lifestyle. It's indefinite. It's not a camping trip. You have to budget your money accordingly. So just because it got hot one day and you need to go and cool off, your budget may not necessarily allow for you to just go and run off into a paid campsite or state forest. These are all the things that it seems to get lost in the translation between the YouTuber and the watcher. It's so easy, and I know I was there. Trust me, I was there. I sat on my couch just dreaming about this lifestyle. Don't get me wrong, I do love the lifestyle, but it is not what I was sitting on my couch dreaming about. And here's the thing I'm trying to convey to everybody. We started this lifestyle 2 years ago. And for 2 years now, I've tried to get to the north rim of the Grand Canyon. You would think, being a nomad, I should be able to get to the north rim of the Grand Canyon. But when you are living out here, when it's not a vacation, and you're living out here, life gets in the way of this dream, this fantasy. You know, we've had to return to Missouri twice in the winter. And as soon as you say, okay, I'm in the winter in Missouri, people say, why don't you go south? That's what nomads are all about. Well, that's the dream of the nomad. But the reality is, you don't always get to do what you want to do. And it's hard to imagine. I get it, especially when you got all these YouTubers saying, oh, it's great, just come out here, you're going to be able to just enjoy the Arizona in the wintertime and travel the country. It's perfect. Until life gets in the way. Until someone burns down your pop-up camper that you started to venture in. Until, you know, you have to go home in the wintertime. Thanks for watching. Click like if you like video, and happy travels.